Hello, my name is Kyle Woodall, a realtor of Berkshire, Hathaway, and today I'd like to go over my journey from renting to owning a home. So one of the things I wanted when I was looking for a home was a yard. See, I grew up with an acre and a quarter yard. It was a huge yard, and you have go-karts and stuff. So fortunately, right now in my current state of life, I can only afford this kind of backyard here. I really wanted it as a place for the kids to have a dog. There's Kelsey chewing up on her mattress. Kelsey! Trampoline for the kids. You can see this thing has been used, needs some repairs. But the idea was just to have something that the family could enjoy and have a little space. Everyone's journey in this life is different. Today I'm just going to share what I experienced in my journey from renting to owning my first home. So it all began when I left sunny, beautiful West Palm Beach, Florida, to move out here to Las Vegas to be with my then fiance, now wife of 12 years. It goes by fast. My wife of 12 years, and I started off renting a room in a person's house. Just met him online, seemed like a cool guy. He was great. Stayed there for about a few months. Yeah, about a few months. I'd say maybe 3 or 4 months. And then moved to a apartment. I didn't have my name on the lease of the apartment. It was actually another subletted room with someone. And this is one of the things you have to be careful about when you rent rooms, is you can always rent it with someone who may not be that honest. Apparently they weren't paying the rent on time. Even though I was giving them money, they weren't paying the rent. So we got evicted. So that was like maybe for 2 months that went down. Then eventually I moved into Mesa Club Apartments. Had my own 1-bedroom, 1-bath. I think it's about it was 800 square feet apartment. Was there in 2011 to get a little bachelor pad. It's also where my wife and I stayed for our first year of marriage. And then we moved into our 2-bedroom, 2-bath home apartment in that same complex. We had our son Nathan there, our first child. We had him there, and then we had some issues with the apartment. Who doesn't? So then we moved to Crystal Creek Apartments, much bigger space, for a lot less at the time. We were paying like, I think, $925 a month for the 2-bedroom in Mesa Club, and they wouldn't move the rent up a certain way, and we tried to work out with them. They wouldn't. So I finally found this place. It's $700 a month. I'm like, holy cow, yes, let's do it. And we stayed there for about, I want to say 5 or 6 years. That's where we had my daughter Haley. And by the time we had Logan in 2018, we were just getting ready to move out of there. Found a really nice rental home, 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath, 2,400 square feet with a nice yard. Renting a home is so much different than renting apartments. Because when we were at that apartment, we had a lot of issues with our neighbors. People above just stomping, people behind having domestic violence. There was a lot of domestic violence issues and cops coming by. Didn't always feel the safest. And on Christmas morning, one Christmas morning, we had an entire flood happen in one of our bathrooms. Because upstairs, the apartment was vacant, but I guess a pipe burst from something the previous tenant did. But usually with a home, you're able to not have other people's stupidity affect you as much. Still positive with your neighbors, but no, you have a bit of space of your yard. You're not having to worry about someone above you or behind you in the same building. So yeah, we loved being at home. We really wanted to buy that home, but the owner wouldn't sell it. But we were in there for about a year, and at this time we had been discussing our finances. We've been saving, so we finally got with my wife's cousin, Joshua Coomer, who's part of Community Access Lending. He helped us get our first loan, and he hooked us up with a realtor by the name of Dan Munn. I really look up to him. In fact, I'm really wanting to mimic a lot of things that he did with us as a realtor for my future clients. And he helped us get our first home. As you saw, the nice, beautiful entrance of the garage that I took at the beginning of this video, and our nice little backyard. It's 5 bedrooms, 2.5 bath, 2,500 square feet. You know, just it fits our lifestyle this time, and we've really enjoyed it a lot. Now, while owning a home, there's gonna be a lot of things that can happen that you have to be ready for. That's why it's always great to have money on the side to take care of those issues. We got our house in 2019 of October. Guess what happened a few months after we bought our house? COVID-19. I worked on the Strip and still do as a server on the Wicked Spoon Buffet at the Cosmopolitan. And like everyone else who wasn't necessarily a non-essential worker, I got laid off. My entire hotel closed down, and I'm like, how am I gonna make my payments? How am I gonna keep my house? And that's where my wife's brother, who's also a loan officer, Christopher McCary, helped us refinance our house, and also got our mortgage in forbearance, where we were able to push off the payments for about 1.5 years. And by that time, thankfully, thank God, we were able to get some of this stuff squared away, and I was able to get back to work and start making my payments. That's always something to consider. It's not just for catastrophic, almost apocalyptic shutdowns due to a virus issue you need to refinance. Sometimes, hey, the rates are going down like they are now, and you may need to have a loan officer, if you're currently in a home, get in touch with you and help you get that rate dropped. Or if you're looking to get a home now, you get with your officer, buy the house, you keep their number, rates are dropping, like, hey, I would love to get that rate lower, and they'll happily do it for you. Thanks for listening to my story of going from renting to owning a home. If you feel like you are ready, or you're thinking you might be close to being ready, do what my wife and I did: sit down with a loan officer, see where your finances are at, and see if now's the time to get it done.